welcome to you. So I'll just turn the music off. Sorry about that. Hey, welcome to the Accelerator. Really good to have you here this morning. And I actually want to ask you a question this morning. Here's the question. As a retailer, do you want to beat the internet and get their shoppers? And BGA today is for retailers, because I want to talk to you guys about beating the internet, because I'm noticing there's some real fundamental issues with our retailers. And I live in a little place called Faversham, and our retailers, and no disrespect when I say this, but our retailers could do so much better. Now, when I'm talking about the internet, what am I talking about? Well, the internet, there's no personality, there's no direct interaction. It's really difficult to ask questions. I pay and I'm gone. Now, the internet realized that this is a problem, so what they're doing is they're having these little bots where it will ask you, can I help? And you can type in your question. And sometimes you get the most random answers to the questions, and you think, no, this is crazy. And this is where retailers have it over the internet, because you can actually welcome people into your shop. You can give your clients help and guidance. You can answer their questions that they're having at this stage. But so many retailers don't do this. Now, the thing is, I put a video out a little while ago where I had two examples, and I went into a place called Crust in Faversham. It is a great little shop for pies and donuts and just really nice savouries. And I'll tell you, I went in there and I was welcomed by the lady. I said, I'd like my a sausage roll. And she said, yes, certainly. Would you like a drink with that? Nice upsell. I said, no, thanks. She said, okay. Would you like another lovely little bit of cake to go with your sausage roll? And I said, look, no, thanks. And she said, oh, okay. And I said to her, hey, I love your upsell. That's really good. And she said, oh, yes, but it hasn't worked. And I said to her, yes, it has. Because what has happened is it has gone into my unconscious mind, and I will probably come back because I really enjoyed the interaction. So you'll probably see me come back and get another sausage roll, and I just might get upsold for that little bit of cake. I just thought her interaction was just lovely, and I think she, by the sounds of it, she does that with all her clients. Conversely, went into a shop, and I was the only person there, and the retailer just didn't even welcome me. Just amazing. I walked around for about 10 minutes and nothing. They just kept working at their computer. Now, there was a young kid of about 10 came in and asked if he was allowed to bring his dog into the shop. The retailer looked up from what they were doing and said, yep. And I'll tell you, the look on this little kid's face was just, well, I only asked the question. He wasn't happy at all. And I was just amazed. We went into another shop recently. We wanted to purchase some items, and I assumed that the owner was busy vacuuming. Doesn't matter whether it was the owner or just a staff member, but they were vacuuming. They looked up and they saw us, carried on vacuuming. Not a welcome, not a hello, or hey, I'll be with you in just 1 second. Just carried vacuuming. I thought, this is crazy. Anyway, we walked out of that store and went to another store and purchased there. Now, my question to you is this. If I came to your house and knocked on your door and you opened it, would you just stand there and say nothing? If I came to your house and knocked on the door and you're busy vacuuming, would you open the door and carry on vacuuming? Of course you wouldn't. You'd talk to me. You'd say hello. You'd say, hi, can I help? Or whatever it may be. You'd have that interaction. Why is it when people go into stores that the retailers don't welcome them or talk to them? It's amazing. It's just those little things that the internet can't do that you as a business owner can do. Think about it as a person coming into your home, because if you welcome them, people are more likely to open their wallets. Now, the thing is, let me tell you the story. We went to the other store and we bought what we needed, £15 worth. And I came home and I did some maths on this. And I thought, gee whiz, if you missed out on a sale a day worth £15 and you're working 6 days a week, all right, how much are you losing a year? All right, assuming that you work 50 weeks in the year, having two weeks off as a holiday. It's £500 that you're missing out on because there was no welcome? Or what about if you missed out on 5 lots of £15 and you're working 6 days a week, 50 weeks in the year? That, by not looking after your clients, comes to a staggering, I've written this down here, £22,500 that you're missing out on by just not talking with people or interacting with the clients that come into your shop. Because invariably, if people are coming into your shop, they're wanting to buy something. Help them get out their wallet and help them to spend the money in your shop so that it don't go somewhere else or they don't go to the internet. Now, here's some tips for you. All right. Quite often you'll walk into a shop and the first thing that the retailer or the salesperson will say, "Can I help you?" And what do you say? "No thanks, just looking." And the retailer or the sales assistant walks away. It's probably one of the dumbest questions you can ask because they've come into your shop, they want help, but do something different to them. Ask them, for example, "Have you been in our shop before?" If they say yes, you'll say, "Great, then you'll know the special we have on such and such." If they say no, you can answer it the other way. "Oh, in that case, you won't know the special we might be running if that's of interest." It's just a different way to talk with the person that comes in as opposed to saying, "Can I help?" The second tip, train your staff. Train them so they give great service. Role play with them so they feel comfortable asking the different questions, answering the different questions that might come up from customers. Show them your values, your culture that you want in your store so that they mimic you. And when they see really good sales coming from you, really good questions coming from you, then they too will mimic that and also give really good service and sales. Another thing, if you know the client, then when you welcome them in, say, "Hey, nice to see you again." It makes someone feel really special that you've acknowledged that you know them or that you know they've come into your shop before. Look, there are just some tips as a retailer so you can beat the internet because we want our stores and our high street to remain open. But people have choices. They can choose to come and spend their money with you, or they can choose to spend their money on the internet. How about giving them that choice where they spend it with you because you give great service? People come into your store and they go, "Wow, that was a really good experience," because that's what people are wanting. They're wanting an experience. And if they don't buy this time, they just might buy next time. And thinking of that, I think it's time for me to go off to Crust to buy my sausage roll again. And I think I'm going to probably be upsold to a nice piece of cake. Business Growth Accelerator. Simple strategies for serious business owners who are wanting solid results. If you think someone else would like to join Business Growth Accelerator, please invite them along. We'd love to have them. Like you, they would have to fulfill the criteria to be part of our client base. But if they do, they're going to get hints, tips, and strategies. If you're a retailer, please today go and change your strategies so you're giving great service. When someone comes into your store, welcome them in, say hi, actually interact with them, see what it is that they can do, that they want. Have a smile on your face, and I can guarantee you're going to make even more money, and that's what you're in business to do.